Hey, can I be real with you for a minute? Because I see this all the time, and it never gets old. So many people caught up in stress, anxiety, worry, feeling overwhelmed, and honestly, it's exhausting just to watch. You ever stop and wonder why we put ourselves through this? Like, what's the point of all this freaking out? I mean, seriously, how often do you catch yourself stressing over something you can't actually change? Maybe it's a traffic jam, or a deadline at work, or some news that just shook you up. You start spiraling, heart races, mind won't stop racing with worst-case scenarios, and you're telling yourself, I have to get a grip, but you can't. What if I told you that stress like that, all that panic and worry, it's not helping. It's actually making things worse. It doesn't fix the traffic. It doesn't make your boss suddenly read your mind and give you that raise you want. It doesn't change the test results you already got back, and yet we keep doing it to ourselves day after day. Why? Because our brains are wired to react to threats, real or imagined. It's an ancient survival mechanism called fight or flight. Back in the day, if a saber-toothed tiger was chasing you, that panic helped you run fast, save your life. But today, the tiger might be a late email or a bad comment on social media, and your brain treats it like life or death. So your body floods with adrenaline, your heart races, your muscles tense up, your thoughts go haywire, and you feel like you're going to explode. The problem is, your brain forgets to turn that off. And suddenly, you're stuck in a loop of stress, reacting to things that aren't dangerous, at least not physically. Let me ask you this. Does freaking out about something you can't control ever actually make you feel better? Or does it just wear you down? Maybe for a moment you feel like you're doing something, but what you're really doing is draining your energy, messing with your focus, and making everything harder. And that's where a lot of us get trapped. We think stress is some kind of fuel, like it pushes us to get things done. But in reality, it's like trying to drive a car with the handbrake on. Sure, you might move forward, but it's exhausting, inefficient, and sooner or later something's going to break. Now, I'm not saying stress doesn't have its place. Some stress can be motivating, help you focus. But chronic stress? The kind that never lets up? That's the enemy. That's the thing that steals your peace, your joy, and your health. So what can we do about it? First, we have to recognize what's actually worth our energy and what's not. You don't have to be calm all the time, and you don't have to ignore your feelings. But you do have to get honest with yourself about what you're stressing over. Is it something you can change? If yes, what's your first step? If no, then why waste your energy spinning in circles? Easier said than done, right? I get it. Because it feels like if we don't care, if we don't stress, then we're lazy or weak or don't care enough. But that's a lie we tell ourselves. Well, let me tell you a secret. Taking a step back from stress doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care enough about your well-being to protect yourself. It means you're smart enough to choose your battles. Here's something else people don't talk about enough. When we stress, we actually reduce our ability to think clearly. Our prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that handles logic, planning, decision-making, shuts down or slows way down. And guess what takes over? The emotional brain, the amygdala. That's the part that's all about survival, reacting fast, feeling fear. So when you're panicking, your brain literally can't do its best work. You're stuck in fight or flight mode. That's why sometimes when you're super stressed, you make worse decisions or say things you regret. So the first step to breaking that cycle is to calm your brain down. Sounds simple, but it's a skill. Things like deep breathing, grounding yourself, noticing your thoughts without judgment. These are tools that help switch your brain from panic mode back to problem-solving mode. You can practice this anytime. In a traffic jam, before a big meeting, when you're feeling overwhelmed. Try this with me. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold it for 4. Then breathe out through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat a few times. Feels good, right? That's your nervous system starting to relax. But calming down is only part of the solution. Next, we have to challenge the stories we tell ourselves. When we're stressed, our mind loves to jump to the worst-case scenario. I'm going to fail. They're going to hate me. Everything's ruined. And that's not reality. That's your fear talking. Ask yourself, is that really true? What evidence do I have? What else could happen? This isn't about being blindly positive. It's about being honest and realistic. Most situations have many possible outcomes, not just the worst one. I want you to think about a time when you stressed over something, convinced it was the worst, but then it turned out fine or not as bad as you feared. Remember that? Hold on to that memory next time panic starts creeping in. And if you feel like your stress or anxiety is too much to handle alone, that's okay too. Asking for help isn't weakness, it's strength. Talking to a friend, family member, or professional can give you perspective and support. Here's the truth. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. Life is messy and everyone struggles sometimes. What matters is how you respond to that struggle. So next time you feel yourself starting to spiral, pause and remember this moment. Remember that stress is just a feeling. It doesn't define you, and you have the power to choose how to respond. You can take a breath, refocus, and move forward with more calm and clarity. If you find this helpful, I'd love if you'd hit that like button, subscribe for more real talks like this, and share with someone who might need to hear it too. Because we all deserve a little peace in this crazy world. Thanks for listening, and remember, you're stronger than your stress.